San Antonio Spurs injury update. Serious concerns on Victor Wembanyama, Dylan Harper status with 4 listed versus Kings, November 16th. If you want a different tone, more dramatic, more casual, more analytical, just tell me. The San Antonio Spurs are heading into a pivotal Sunday matchup versus the Sacramento Kings on November 16th with ominous clouds hovering over 2 of their most important young pieces, Victor Wembanyama and Dylan Harper. With 4 players listed on the injury report and uncertainty creeping into the rotation, this update could have serious ripple effects for the Spurs' season trajectory. Let's break down the situation, what it means for the upcoming game, and how the team might respond. 1. The big names in question. First, let's talk about Wembanyama. He is listed as questionable for the game due to left calf tightness, which emerged after the Spurs' recent game and was enough for the team to list him on the report. Sportskeeda +2 RotoWire +2. This is concerning not only because of his status on Sunday, but because he has suited up in every game this season up to now. Sportskeeda +1. Now, for Harper, the rookie is listed as out with a left calf strain and has already missed multiple games leading into this one. ESPN.com +1. Losing a top draft pick and wing rotation piece like Harper throws added pressure on the roster. 2. What the injury report shows and the wider list. The injury report for the Spurs vs. Kings lists 4 players in total, 2 from San Antonio among the key names, in addition to the Kings' own injury concerns. For the Spurs, Wembanyama, questionable, calf, and Harper, out, calf, are the primary names. Fox Sports AM 1280 +1. That level of uncertainty, with a franchise centerpiece and a rising rookie both troubled, creates scenarios the Spurs must plan for. Will Wembanyama play limited minutes? Will Harper remain sidelined for longer? The game against Sacramento may offer early clues. 3. Why Wembanyama's status matters big time. When your best player is on questionable status, it's more than just a missing name. It changes matchups, rotations, defensive schemes, and even opponent strategy. Wembanyama this season is averaging 26.2 points, 12.9 rebounds, and significant shot blocking and rim protection numbers. Fox Sports AM 1280 +1. If the calf tightness limits his mobility, the Spurs' ability to defend, rebound, and build momentum could suffer. Furthermore, the psychology of the team shifts when the anchor is uncertain. Bench players may play differently, and the coaching staff must manage his minutes carefully or risk ignition of the injury. 4. Harper's loss and its impact on the roster. Harper's absence is twofold, immediate and future. Immediately, the Spurs lose a dynamic guard wing who brought youth, energy, and scoring punch. This means other players must step up, whether from the bench or via increased minutes for existing rotation guys. In the near future, Harper's development curve may be delayed, and missing games now could mean fewer fine-tuned representatives for later in the season. The fact that he's listed out with a calf strain also raises concerns about future durability. It's one thing when a veteran has a tweak, another when a young player trying to find his footing is sidelined. That affects long-term planning. 5. Strategic and game plan implications. With these injury statuses on the table, here are the strategic implications for Sunday. Load management minutes moderation. If Wembanyama plays while limited, expect the Spurs to ease him in, shorter bursts, fewer full-court sprints, more set offense rather than transition. Rotation bumping. Harper out means some bench or developmental players may receive more minutes. The Spurs may tilt toward more guard-forward lineups rather than big heavy sets if Wembanyama is limited. Opponent adjustment. The Kings may plan to attack whichever lineup the Spurs deploy. If Wembanyama is out or limited, expect Sacramento to escalate their offense inside and test the rim. Psychological edge. Sacramento may sense vulnerability. If the Spurs show hesitation or if Wembanyama visibly struggles, that could shift momentum early. 6. What the Spurs need to do to mitigate the risk. To offset the concerns, the Spurs should focus on a few key areas. Defense first. Even if Wembanyama can't play at full strength, emphasizing team defense, help rotations, limiting second chance points, playing physical, can keep them afloat. Bench contributions. Role players must step up. Someone must fill the void in scoring and playmaking that Harper would cover. Consistency from the 3 to 4 man rotation is critical. Efficient offense. Avoiding turnovers, simplifying the offense if necessary, and protecting leads will matter. When a team is less than 100% healthy, reducing miscues becomes more important. Injury management. Not rushing Wembanyama back full tilt. If the tight calf is real, he needs measured minutes and recovery time to avoid a setback that could affect more games later. 7. The bigger picture. Season implications. This game is more than just one date on the calendar. The Spurs are 8-4 as of the injury update, holding early Western Conference promise. Fox Sports AM 1280+1. If they begin to contend with health disruptions among key young pieces, it could derail momentum, hamper chemistry, and slow development. Conversely, managing and overcoming such adversity could galvanize this group and reveal depth and resilience. Also, the development of Harper is part of the longer-term vision. Missing too much early may lessen his impact this season and adjust expectations. Meanwhile, Wembanyama's health and workload will be monitored all year. Handling his calf issue properly now prevents larger problems later. 8. Final thoughts and what to watch for Sunday. Coming into the game versus the Kings, here's what to watch. Is Wembanyama active? If he plays, does he look restricted, shorter minutes, fewer pick and rolls, less mobility? Who fills Harper's minutes? Note which bench or rotation players pick up the slack in scoring, defense, and hustle. Spurs start and finish strong. Health issues can cause sloppy starts. If San Antonio stumbles early, it might reflect the uncertainty. Any injury updates during the game? If Wembanyama appears bothered mid-game, could be a negative sign for upcoming weeks. Change in playing style? More half-court sets, less transition, fewer minute bursts can indicate the Spurs are managing health rather than pushing full throttle. In the end, this injury update is a pivotal moment. The Spurs could either emerge from Sunday having navigated risk and reinforced depth, or appear vulnerable and exposed. For fans of the franchise, the hope is this marks a test they pass, not a warning sign of longer-term trouble. If they manage this carefully, keep their stars effective and healthy, the season remains bright. But slipping into shortcuts, ignoring caution, or having limited depth respond poorly could push what looked like a promising year into struggle. If you'd like, I can create a shorter, quick-take version, 300 words, for social posts. A dramatic, what this means for the rest of the season script. A thumbnail and title suggestion optimized for YouTube click-through. Just say the word.